सो हे गाइस व्हाट्सअप, आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल एंड ग्रेट। आप अपनी जिंदगी बहुत अच्छा करोगे, बहुत अच्छे पढ़ रहे होंगे। आज अगेन हमारे साथ अदनान शाहिद भाई, जिन्होंने एक नहीं दो नहीं तीन तीन कंपनी क्रैक कर रखी है। उनमें से अगर मैं उनका नाम बताऊं, मतलब उन कंपनीज का नाम बताऊं, इंस्यूडो, विप्रो और सैमसंग जैसी बड़ी कंपनी को क्रैक कर रखा है भाई ने। और आज हम जानते हैं कि क्या उनकी कोडिंग जर्नी रही, कैसे उन्हें सैमसंग क्रैक किया। और आप उनकी कोडिंग जर्नी सुनने के बाद आप भी शॉक होने वाले हो कि बंदा अगर इस इतने कम टाइम में सैमसंग जैसी बड़ी कंपनी को क्रैक कर सकता है तो आप क्यों नहीं कर सकते। सो हेलो सर, हाउ आर यू?
Hello, Subhatullah. Uh, don't call
ब्रीफ,
me sir, first of all.
राइट राइट। सो एक ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन हमें और हमारी जनता को दे दीजिए, जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट
Okay,
है।
so everyone, I am Adnan Shahid. I am currently pursuing BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering.
राइट
And recently I have got three offers from Wipro, Institute and Samsung.
राइट।
And currently I am doing an internship at Samsung.
सो आज का जो हमारा मेन मोटिव है, हम आपसे ये जानना चाहते हैं कि आपकी क्या कोडिंग जर्नी रही, मतलब कैसे आपने स्टार्ट किया, कब आपने स्टार्ट किया, मतलब या फिर आपकी 11th 12th में आपने सीएस ले रखी थी, उससे आपको हेल्प मिली क्या, सब कुछ हम जानना चाहते हैं। सो हेलो, सो
Okay,
लेट्स स्टार्ट।
so let's start with 11, 12. So in my 11, 12, I don't have CS actually. So after that, when I came to the college, I started participating in many different societies, and I was not focusing. I was in the very beginning. I was never very much interested in IT field. So I
ओके
I always had the plan, either I will get some business role, like business development role, or I will prepare for CAT.
ओके।
So in my first second year, I spent doing many different activities, and in my third year, when COVID hit out breakout, so during that time I started preparing for, there is a company ZS Associates, if you
राइट
know.
राइट राइट
So
राइट, या
that's that's higher business operations associates and data analyst associates. So I was only preparing specifically for that company.
ओके
So that's my experience. So that's why I don't suggest everyone to be very company specific for your placement. So that, like everyone were, my all my friends were preparing for IT, and I took only one company, that was ZS. So I was preparing for that. Like selecting only ZS was the plan. My plan was that while preparing for the ZS, this would help me to get like I will be preparing for CAT, and at the same time, almost the syllabus and the procedure of getting a CAT college and getting a ZS is almost same.
राइट
So I was prepared. I spent almost 6 months preparing for ZS, and preparing for six months for ZS is more than enough.
राइट।
So like in the parallel, I was preparing for CAT, and apart from that, just to be on a safer side, I was also practice. I was in my third year, or in my second, uh, in my fifth sem, I guess. Yeah,
राइट।
fifth sem. No, sixth sem. So in my sixth sem, I started because all my friends were doing coding. So out of FOMO, I started studying bit data structure algorithm in my sixth sem. So even though I was not very much focused was that, I was just doing in parallel just to be on a safer side, just in case at least I would get Wipro. That was my plan. So, and my main goal was ZS. And so in the month of March, like ZS organized a case competition that's going on right now as well. So I participated in that, and that I didn't qualify that competition as well. That was okay, because I knew that the ZS will again come to our campus. So, and up to June, like in June 2021, okay, up to June 2021, I had studied up to linked list in data structure algorithm.
ओके
So that was my knowledge. Okay, so that was my data structure algorithm knowledge up to the June 2021. That right, 2021. When the first company when the first IT company came to our campus, so then at that time I got panicked actually. Like
राइट
frankly
राइट
speaking, I got panicked. Like I haven't studied anything. I just knew, because I had the knowledge of ZS. I prepared very well. I prepared guesstimates, case studies, aptitude, everything with the HR questions, and made my CV very specifically for the ZS only. And haven't prepared. I was not prepared for any IT companies. And then when the first company came, all my friends were applying. I didn't apply in that.
ओके
And after and first company, then I, even though it's a ZS, I got to know, since I was the placement coordinator, so I got to know that ZS will come in August, in July, yeah, in August. So I get the idea. Okay, it's just a 1 month, and after that, I will also be placed in that ZS company. But I was confident, I was very well prepared. But in during the test, what happened is there is a video round.
Right. Okay.
Video round in ZS, where it's a AI round basically. There's no person that would that will evaluate your performance. That's a AI that will evaluate. And what happens on that day, like there was some issue or some glitch in their software that my audio cam or my they were not detecting my face, and my audios were not get detected. So I don't know what's the issue. Maybe my answer was not that good, but I got rejected in that, and that was a great setback. That was a big setback for me.
Okay.
So yeah, after that, so after this setback, I spent almost 15 days thinking what I should do now. Okay, because I had, like, now it's August, and I had the only knowledge up to link list.
Oh.
It's August 2021, and I had only knowledge up to link list.
Oh.
Yeah. So and I had, yeah, but in parallel I had the basic knowledge of SQL, and I was also learning ML. Because since I had the COVID gave me a huge amount of time, so it was very easy to staying at home and learning different things, and I'm very curious learning different things.
Okay.
So that's why I had the knowledge of ML. So I had one project of ML. Okay. So I had one project of ML, and my knowledge on DSA was only up to link list. It's in August 2021. So and in the first week of September, Incido came. And I filled the form, and they were, since I already told you that the rounds were easy. So, and even in the interview round, they asked me the guesstimates, which I was very well prepared when I was preparing for ZS. And interview round was easy, cakewalk was cakewalk for me. And then guesstimate, and I was also prepared for puzzles. So after when I cracked Incido, then I thought that okay, let's try for IT, since like Incido gave me the way. Okay, let's go for IT only.
Right.
Since I had only ZS and there's only a data analytics company, that EXL, that actually did not shortlisted me to sit for that placement.
Okay.
And sit for their placement. So because of the SPI, by the way, my SPI is still good, but still they didn't shortlisted me because they are many students whose SPI are better than me.
Okay.
So since I had no options other than IT, and I already had the Incido, since I knew that even though I don't get any company, so I would still have the Incido, and that's a IT. So I should start making my skills. I should improve my skills only for IT companies now. So that was turning point where I changed my mind to IT, from a business role to IT. From even I didn't give my CAT exam.
Right.
Yeah. So when I set my mind to go for IT, so I was not okay. So there is a very famous saying of Abraham Lincoln. If you must have heard of that, sharpening the axe, right?
Right.
Let me quote that saying. So that saying called, if you will give me a 6 month to chop down a tree, I will spend 4 months sharpening my axe.
Right.
So I believed in that. I had, so what I set my mind that I already have Incido. So now I will crack a big company. Big company means big company. Okay. So that's a great name, like Google, Amazon, these kind of company. So, and I was not focusing on these any company that would come to our campus, because I had no time. Like companies work, like after getting Incido, I heard that delivery is coming on next week, or another company is of 10 LPA coming on another week. So these things, what you do when you have a very limited knowledge, so these things make you panic. Okay, and in that case, if you get panicked, so you will not perform well.
Right.
So
exactly.
So yeah, so that's why I set my goal I set my very smart goal, and that was that I won't to focus on these on-campus companies. I will get for off-campus, and I don't care whether I will get till June or not, but I have Incido.
Right.
So at this point, after that, I started focusing more on DSA. I studied everything, and then so in fourth year, 7th semester, when Incedo, I got placed in Incedo. So Incedo gave me the way to get into the IT sector. So I decided, okay, let's go for IT since I have Incedo. So even though if I don't get any big company, any good package, so at least I have Incedo, and so I already have to work in Incedo for IT, like on IT technology. So why not learn it and perform well even in job? So this was my thing. I took it as an opportunity to work in IT and learn and technology skills. So after that, I started from the Linglist. I had the knowledge up to Linglist, and from September, I started preparing. I started studying other topics of Linglist, and also I had some good friends who helped me in preparing at a very short time. They were debugging my codes by their own. They were long meetings in which they helped me to explain all the technicalities, the issues, and the error where I was facing, and also like there are some set pattern questions. So they gave me those solutions and ideas or hint basically to solve those questions, and those things were really helpful for me to preparing in that short time.
Exactly. You started that.
I would say that I'm still not very.
You started that thing in fourth year, right?
Yeah, I started after Linglist. I started in in September, 7th sem of September. So basically,
right
in December. So I started in mid of 7th sem. So after that, I started coding, and I started spending more time on basically from September. I started rigorous practice, I would say. For like spending 10 hours and managing a time very efficiently.
Right, exactly.
This period I worked, and in September, after studying 2 months or 2.5 months, because I got the license of TEDx, and now I had to start the preparation for organizing that event. Okay. So for that I had to came to Delhi and spend 50 days here. So in that time after that, when I heard that okay, Samsung is coming to, okay, so then again I went back to my home and I started preparing for Samsung. I thought that this is a good time, so let's give it my 100% at least.
Exactly.
Focusing on my preparation. The good thing about the preparation is about this crucial time preparation is that like if you heard that some big company or Samsung is coming,
right?
So and get to know that you have 15 days. So the amount of effort you will put in 15 days is much greater than the efforts that you had put in your last 2 months or last 1 month. So these things help me. Like when I heard that Accenture is coming 2 weeks before the Accenture, so I started praying for Accenture in 2 weeks, and those 2 weeks I was putting more efforts in that. So I got rejected in Accenture, but the preparation for Accenture helped me in Samsung. So then Samsung came in, like before the Samsung, I got around 20 days time or 25 days time. Like I was actually praying for that. Okay, I will get it. Give me a few more days so that I could get this Samsung.
Okay.
So I got 25 days for the preparation. I prepared well, and then there was the coding round. There were 3 questions or 2 questions. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
So there were coding questions, and coding questions were not that difficult. That was of easy level or medium level. So was an interview. So and that was a technical. So they asked me 2 coding questions in that, and the coding questions was not that tough. So I did that well, and after that I got the result that I will select in that company.
So congratulations once again.
थैंक यू.
बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग जर्नी आपकी रही कोडिंग, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग आपकी कोडिंग जर्नी रही, और आपने हमारी जनता ने भी ये चीज सीखी होगी कैसे कोई बंदा 4th ईयर से भी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करके अपनी कोई बड़ी से बड़ी कंपनी क्रैक कर सकता है. इफ ही कैन डू, यू कैन डू. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.